I'm back. I know that I have been MIA for 5 to 6 months, but there's a reason why, and this video today is where I'm going to be sharing my story. Okay, so if you have watched any of my other videos, or if not, go look back. But I started my YouTube channel, I think around July or August. I wanted to make YouTube videos on my pregnancy journey, and I know that the last time I posted, it was, I think I was going on my 16 weeks, and upcoming was going to be the 20-week anatomy scan appointment. And I'm just honestly gonna just get right into it. I've taken a lot of time off of just letting everyone know what's been going on, and I had talked about it through friends and family enough for me to sit here and just share my news now to the world, and I'm ready to do it. So here it goes. On October 25th, 2019, my husband and I went into my 20-week anatomy scan, and we were super excited because not only was it, the 20-week anatomy scan, we were going to be finding out the gender. And we had planned just a family gender reveal party for the following week to celebrate. And so we were super excited to hear the good news of our gender. And so we went in at our appointment. This is a Friday at, I believe, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And the first thing we do is I do take my urine test, or my urine sample, and then the lady brings me back into the ultrasound room, and she starts looking, and she's pretty quiet. My husband and I, we were just kind of like, okay, what's going on? And, the first couple words that honestly come out of her mouth are, I'm kind of concerned right now. And so she said that she was going to have to get with the doctor on this one. She was going to take some pictures, have the doctor, like my OBGYN, look at it, and then she would be right back. And I don't know, the things that going through my mind at this point is just like, first of all, I'm thinking, what is going on? I'm kind of scared, and just blank, like just kind of blankness in a way. Just I didn't know. This is my very first pregnancy. I have no idea. I had no idea. So the tech lady comes back into the room, and she kind of tells us, like, okay, so, the concerns we have are your baby is measuring a couple weeks behind, and it looks like your amniotic fluid is very low, and since the baby was kind of curled up, like, in a fetal position, she could not tell what the gender was, and she was also worried that she really couldn't see kidneys or lungs very well. And so that probably lasted maybe 5 or 10 minutes in the room, and then we just went straight to the doctor's office, and she sat us down. I also took a blood test. I did a quad test is what it was called. They had me do that, and then went back to the room, met the doctor back there. Unfortunately, the doctor kind of gave us some negative news about the baby, that basically I had very low amniotic fluid, and that I needed to go see a high-risk doctor because their ultrasound is more high-tech, and they'd be able to see a little bit more of kind of like the kidneys, the lungs, the head, the heart, all those kind of things. And so she told me that, you know, just stay positive. You know, there's hope. There's always hope. And so they got us in to a high-risk doctor Monday morning at 8 a.m. So we were like, okay. So over the weekend, you know, kind of looked up what does low amniotic fluid even mean. We read stuff about, like, you know, it could be because you're not drinking enough water. And so I don't know. I drank lots and lots and lots of water, just hoping that, you know, it wasn't that I could get my amniotic fluid back. So we went in on that Monday morning to the high-risk doctor, and we were in the ultrasound room, I swear, for 40, 50 minutes. And the doctor, you know, the doctor did tell us that it looks like the baby is measuring 3 weeks behind. You do have very low amniotic fluid, like very, very low, and we're having trouble seeing the kidneys. And I believe the doctor believed that they could see at least one of the kidneys, but when they were also looking, they were trying to find the second one, and it was very, very difficult to see, and they weren't actually even sure if the other kidney was there. So after the ultrasound with the high-risk doctor, the doctor took us into his office, and honestly, this was probably one of the hardest things to hear from a doctor. And the doctor said, you basically have two options. You can terminate the baby, or you can carry on the baby, but there's a chance that you will give birth to a dead baby, or your baby could pass in your womb. So, so that was pretty unfortunate news. It was pretty sad. You know, I thank God I had my husband there, because I don't think I could have gone through that by myself at all. So my husband and I went home. We took the day to kind of just be to ourselves, you know, be together, talk things through. We decided we were gonna keep this baby no matter what. We would never terminate a baby like that. You know, there's so much faith out there, and there's so much hope and positivity, to where, you know, sometimes doctors are wrong, and we just had to have lots of hope. That was kind of our lives at that point, was just hope. And we we knew we didn't want to go back to that high-risk doctor. We didn't like his personality, the way he kind of talked to us. So we actually found another OBGYN that took us in, and we ended up meeting. So we met that high-risk doctor on a Monday. I met this new OBGYN on that Friday, 4 days later, and she kind of talked to us. It was like a consultation. She wanted to kind of hear our story, what we've been through, so that she was kind of prepared on, okay, what can I do for this couple? And so we talked with her on Friday. We were probably with her a little over an hour. She suggested to get that NIPT testing. I cannot think of what that is called right now. Oh, neo-invasive. I can't remember, but she had us take that test because at this point we just really wanted to know what the gender of our baby was. We really did. You know, I wasn't gonna go 20 weeks plus and not know the gender of my baby. There's no way. No way. So she suggested to take this test. It would also tell us if there was any kind of genetic disorder with the baby, any kind of birth defects that could happen, what is going on. And so so we met with her. We did that on Friday. We got a call from my first OBGYN calling about the quad test, the blood test that I had taken. And she called to tell me that when they did the blood test, it came back as a high risk. The baby came back for high risk of Trisomy 18, and which is also called Edwards syndrome, which is also meaning that your baby has a third chromosome of 18, and it's actually worse than Down syndrome, to where your baby may live a couple minutes after birth, or could live up to a month after birth, or possibility will pass away in the womb. So at this point, I mean, it's just you're trying to stay positive through this whole thing, and you just keep getting just bad news after bad news after bad news, and it's just like, how do you stay positive? How do you have so much hope? But husband and I, we just kept it going. We kept thinking, okay, there's hope, let's just be positive, maybe this is all wrong. You never know. So after meeting with the new doctor on that Friday, we set an appointment for the following week. And now remember, I was 21 weeks. Now, meeting with the new doctor for the second time, I'm 22 weeks by this point. And I don't know, you mothers out there, but like, the whole mother instincts is completely like true. I just, after everything and before this doctor's appointment, on this following Thursday, it was November 7th, 2019, I just had this feeling. I just had this this bad feeling that, like, the baby wasn't there anymore, And we go in for the doctor takes a Doppler, the heartbeat Doppler, and puts it on my stomach and tries to find it. And it, she can't find it. She's trying her best. She's not confirming anything just yet. But I mean, at that point, I just knew it. I just knew that I'm pretty sure that the baby wasn't there. But then she also did get an ultrasound out, and she said, I'm going to try to look at the ultrasound. I'm going to try to see what's going on, see if I can see a heartbeat. So she did that. She still couldn't find a heartbeat. Still wasn't there. I think she knew it, but I think she wanted like a double confirmation, and so she actually sent us to her old hospital that she used to work at to get like a second opinion, I guess. And so we rushed over there and got in, and I mean, within 5 minutes, I mean, the lady's like, I'm sorry, but you lost, there's no heartbeat, So she gave us some time. I mean, honestly, that was just like the hardest day of my life. And that is why I haven't been around for a couple months. Okay, sorry, my husband just called. But back being at the hospital, after we heard the devastating news, my husband and I took some time to grieve. And the next step was getting a D&C done. So as we waited on a different doctor to call us and schedule an appointment, I had to take, the next couple days. Pretty sure it was a week later when my surgery finally got scheduled. So that morning I meet with this new doctor because my old OBGYN was not able to do the D&C. She's not qualified. So I'm on my fourth doctor by now. And we kind of just talked, did a consultation. My surgery was later that afternoon. And it was just, at that point, I honestly was just so ready for just everything to be done. So that is my story on my pregnancy journey. This is something that I never ever would have imagined that I would go through. I have so much praise for other women who have been through this or are going through this or even worse, and I just want to share my story for all other women out there to know not to be afraid. And there are so many other women that have gone through what you're going through or what you've been through, to where, don't be afraid to reach out. And if you currently are going through a pregnancy loss or have been through a loss, and feel like you don't know anyone to talk to about it, please just comment below or message me on my Instagram account, or I'll put my email in the description below if you want to send me an email. But I'm always willing to talk and give the best advice that I can, because I know this is the hardest thing for us women to go through. And so there's my story on my first baby. And my husband and I made a shadow box in his memory, as well as a few of a little other things to go with it. And so the next video is going to be what my husband and I had done.
Jet planes in the night sky with you, getting high in the sunrise with you, getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine, 'cause time moves on and now you're gone. Oh, if only I could build a time machine, I'd come and get you. I can't forget you. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that, I wish that, I wish that you were mine. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that you were mine.
Shut up. Nuh-uh.
What the hell am I doing this for? Lying here on my bedroom floor.
What do you mean by that? Are you pregnant?
Finding peace in the
Are you
memories
serious?
of you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could build a time machine, 'cause time moves on and now you're gone. Oh, if only I could build a time machine, I'd come and get you. I can't forget you. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that, I wish that, I wish that you were mine. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that